Yo, 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 my dudes and dudesettes. What's up? Happy, merry, flippin' Thursday. Always good to be back after the day off, man. It was a busy day for me yesterday playing catch up, life appointments and stuff too. So I am still trying to get a little bit of stuff done, but man, we had like basically the past 2 weeks of content that I hadn't had the chance to take care of, highlighting out, exporting to YouTube, getting put into playlists on both the YouTube and the Twitch channel for everybody to go back, take a look at if you missed anything, get cut out fun clips and highlights, stuff like that. 60 plus highlights of content that I made yesterday. It was a lot of work, man, but not all of it's public on YouTube yet, but I do apologize for the backlog. I try to stay fairly current. I try not to get any further than like a week behind, but man, getting sick, so terribly sick, really put a kind of a wrench in things for me, man, because while I was sick, I was still streaming, but all I was doing afterwards was like sleeping, man. That was it. So it was pretty hard to stay up to date and keep everything, all the content taken care of too. But if you look at the YouTube page, you'll see, and the Twitch page, you'll see that all the content from the past 2 weeks is done, especially the Twitch channel. Twitch channel is a little bit easier. Everything has to be exported out to the YouTube channel. YouTube channel has everything there, but the only stuff that's public so far is the news segments. All the news segments, the full news segments. Hopefully by the end of today, I'll have like all the individual pertinent kind of articles that we went over that I feel like should be posted for their own individual kind of little clips and stuff. Those are already exported and stuff. They're already uploaded to YouTube. They're just not public yet because I got to get all the details put in. But we're very close to being caught up on content. So I do apologize again for the backlog, the delay of that stuff for anybody that's been missing out on some of that. But I worked my butt off yesterday, man. Sun up to sundown, dude, trying to get that stuff taken care of. So that's why it's so great to have that day off, man. It sucks not streaming it, but it's so clutch for me to have that time to be able to work on things, man. So hopefully everybody understands, and I do appreciate it. So know that all that content, that previous 2.5 weeks of content is coming your way if you need to go take a look at it or want to go take a look at it. Okay. So we've got video gaming news for this morning, November 16th. And then it'll be another day of Baldur's Gate 3 with our dude. My name is Pinky. I threw some clips, fun little clips in like the clips channel of the Discord and stuff too. So if anybody's interested, you can go take a look at that. I tagged some people in there and everything. So, but it doesn't mean that just because you weren't tagged, you can't go take a look. They're funny. I usually tag people when they specifically pertain to those people, but you know, just because you're not tagged doesn't mean you can't go take a look and have some fun and laugh at what's being thrown in there, you know. I guess PSA, from next Wednesday through the weekend, stream will not have live content. I'll be down for the holiday, Thanksgiving here in the US. We're going to be spending time with some family. So live content will not be happening. Wednesday's the usual day off. And then that just happens to roll into the Thanksgiving holiday for us. And we've got some plans to spend it with some family and everything. So that's going to be the deal. So just plan on there not being any live content from basically a week from now, actually next Wednesday all the way through Sunday. And I might have to start, I'm probably going to have to start late on Monday too. I've got an appointment on Monday morning. So we'll probably have to start late. Probably won't do the news on Monday morning. Probably just start out with gaming content because I have an appointment that morning. Spamming you clips at 2 a.m.? Dude, it wasn't 2 a.m. Nope. Nah. It was more like 8 p.m. Yeah. Nice try, though. Look, it's not my fault you live in the future, okay? That's not my fault. I can't help that. Also not my fault that you have some kind of alerts that might pop off that somehow can wake you up at 2 a.m. What do you got, dude? Got your Discord on like a subwoofer or something? You got your Discord alerts set up to a subwoofer, so when you get Discord alerts, it's like boom, 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 boom. And like, God dang it, who's waking me up, dude? Sorry, bro. You can't turn the vibrations off on your phone, though. That is a thing. Here's my thing. So whenever I'm doing content, if I don't, I either I throw it in Discord whenever I come across, like, well, while I'm actually creating it, or it doesn't get done. I've just got too much on my plate. So it wasn't a matter of trying to wake you up, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's not the play. I'm not trying to wake you up. It's just, as I'm making stuff, I'm literally going through it. That's one of my steps, dude. That's one of my steps. But I won't tag you in things anymore. That's fine. That's cool. I cannot do that. So I just try to do it to be as a courtesy to people. Yeah, totally intentional sabotage. Absolutely. Yeah, I try to do it as a courtesy for people, to let them know that, like, I've made some content that includes them in it, but you know, I don't have to do that. That's fine. No big deal. Good to see you, buddy. Hope work's going well. Let's go ahead and dive in here and do video gaming news, man, and then we'll play games. By the way, I had a lot of software updates yesterday. So if things are a bit wonky, I need to know. I mean, I had like software updates all over the place that just like kind of popped out of nowhere. Like within the past day and a half, I saw that like there's a lot of, they just happened to coincide with my day off. And I was like, okay, well, it looks like I need to do a lot of these updates and everything too. I haven't had time to test all of it very much. So if things seem wonky for the stream, let me know. That way I can try to address it, okay? But I haven't had a whole lot of time to test some of the software and stuff after updates and everything. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go do this. Did we already see? I mean, I don't think we've seen November's, but dude, it's been pretty brutal. Yeah. Okay, we haven't seen this yet. PlayStation Plus has had a brutal past like 2 to 3 months that have really been making people question why they would want to be buying into that service. Especially when they raise the prices so much too. So we'll take a dive in here and see if PlayStation is going to start trying to redeem themselves or not with their subscription service. We'll see. Oh, 505 Games parent company Digital Bros laying off 30% of employees. Another day, another mass layoff, dude. Here we go. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, we read about this while we were... What was the thing we needed to look at today? There was something that we needed to check today. Oh yeah, there's a game that released while we were away. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some gaming in it. The Last Faith, dude, released. Very positive right now. Great. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Probably going to take a look at this morning. See what people are saying about The Last Faith. Last Faith, obviously, platforming, Metroidvania. It's got some very blasphemous Castlevania kind of vibes going on. Souls-like platforming Metroidvania game. These kinds of games appeal to me very much so. So I saw that this was dropping. I actually forgotten I'd even had this on my wish list. We came across it in the news a few days ago, and I was like, well, it's going to release while the stream's not live because of the our normal day off. So we'll take a look whenever I get back, and here it is. So we'll take a look at this in just a bit. 1 second. Apologies. We talked about the Amazon stuff, dude. Flipping sucks. I've actually got a YouTube article, or like a clip from a news segment that's going to be going specifically regarding this situation. Going to be going up on YouTube later today. It's already there. It just needs to be made public with some details and stuff. So that'll be coming up later today on the YouTube channel. You can take a look at that. We've got some different stuff. Things about layoffs. We got things about this lawsuit. Stuff about Modern Warfare 3 being trash. We got an article, a small clip about how Dave the Diver isn't actually Mint Rocket, the developers, not actually an indie dev, and they shouldn't be nominated for indie awards, things like that. We got a good number of videos that are going to be hitting YouTube later today that are about pertinent news articles we've hit over the past couple of weeks. I just hadn't had time to get to because I've been so sick. Gaming monitor Black Friday deals. We'll take a quick peek. It's coming, man. These deals are getting here quick. Black Friday pre-built gaming desktop deals compared. It's always so hard for me to look at pre-built desktops. As somebody who has always just built their own, and I've heard so many horror stories about dealing with companies that do the pre-built PCs. But I'll take a look. I think gaming, PC gaming is where it's at. So, I know not everybody wants to build their own PC, so I'll see what we got going on here on these deals. I've got an article about Netflix that's going up today on YouTube. I've got an article about GTA 6 and the potential cost of it going up. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we've covered. And some very, very pertinent news articles that are going to have their own little VODs hitting YouTube later today. This whole Titan Army thing, I want to bring this up. I want to see if there are any, one of the reasons I want to look at this is to see if there are any reviews out there yet on these Titan Army monitors, man. A new brand coming out of China. The stats look good, especially for the price, but what's the quality? That's what we need to know. Apple could be the gaming platform to watch in 2024. Come on, man. They can't even release their phones to work right on you know what I mean? Like, give me a break, dude. I don't see it. And if you want their VR, you're gonna fork over $3,000 to $3,500. Come on, dude. I don't see it. Sorry about the coughing. Vault! What's up, my dude? What it do, bruh? What it do? How you been, buddy? IndyCar terminates agreement with Motorsport Games. I think we'd kind of seen that was coming, but we'll take a quick peek at it for those racing fans out there. Retro gaming of Denver cell scam. Oh, be careful. Let's take a peek. Let me say this. Look, man, I'm normally like as a sports fan, all the way around as a sports fan. I've never been huge about the NBA, but I watch, dude. I watch the NBA. I've got my own team, and you know, I'm usually a pretty big fan of players in leagues that are kind of play that bad guy role and stuff. But dude, I hate Draymond Green. I cannot stand this dude. I never have been able to. I'm a pretty big fan of the antagonist role player, dude. You know, the guy that gets under other people's skin and everything. But god dang, dude, I can't stand Draymond Green, dude. I don't know what it is about that dude, but god, he gets under my skin. He irks the crap out of me. I saw this incident too. I saw this incident and I was like, bro, if I was one of the other team and that fool had put one of my guys in a headlock, he would also have gotten really quickly put in a straight up chokehold. I don't care. I'd have been flipping. I'd have been clinched down, son. He would have let go of my dude real quick. PC Gaming Show most wanted kicks off in 2 weeks. Do I not have this on my... Brad. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Where is my there we go. That's what I needed. All right, cool. Yeah. Is that what we're looking at? PC Gaming Show? What the crappers, dude? I don't think that's going to cut it. I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, we need to keep track of this. Yeah, we'll talk about that this morning. Look at our other set. By the way, I do have our timeline set for like 2 days ago. Between 2 days ago and today, just to make sure we're that's what I usually do after our day off. Trying to make sure we're grabbing everything we might have missed over yesterday's day off, you know. Congregate, Digital Bros. Yeah, this is, I think, the same thing. Yeah, I think those are going to be the same thing. More layoffs, though. You know, I think this what we've seen this year is actually a really nice testament. Whether you want to talk about like they're two of the most notable, more notable games that have come out this year, if not the most. You know, you talk about stuff, games like Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. These were genres of games that. Not necessarily just genre, but like you talk about like CRPG, right? Which is what Baldur's Gate 3 is. And Alan Wake 2 is a like narrative driven single player, you know, a very traditional in that aspect. It's all about like, while they do give you the option of playing between different characters, it's very storyline driven. You're not like, it's not this whole trend of it needs to be open world and you need to have, you know, I think what is great about what we're seeing is Larian has shown that if you just make a game well, it can be successful. It doesn't, I mean, regardless of what other people think, like, because there are a lot of companies that have strayed away from doing CRPGs and stuff like that, because I think they thought that, you know, it was a genre that was very, very tough to you know, be lucrative with. Larian is showing that's not necessarily the case. I think that Remedy is kind of doing the same thing with Alan Wake 2, you know. These games where they've been trying to, a lot of developers seem like they've tried to move away from these, you know, more narrative driven, you know, you progress in a very linear fashion to a more open world environment, stuff like that. Remedy's showing that it can still be done very, very well, and I like that. I think what a lot of developers have to understand is like any video game and it can be good as long as it's done right. I think that's what this showcases, you know. It's like you can do all kinds of different genres and different settings, and it can be open world, it can be linear, it can be narrative driven, it can be, you know, all across the board, anything beyond those measures or anything in between that. And it's just more about how well did you do in the development of the game, right? And if it's a very good game, it's gonna do well. Yeah. Where there's been so much focus about being trendy, hitting these trends in the industry of open world, or what was like, it was like battle royale, and now it's like battle royale, but if it's battle royale, it needs to be extraction based, or it's like following the trends and stuff that all these developers do. But I mean, I think it's a shout out to all the developers that are like, you know what, we don't need to follow that necessarily. Let's just do what we do, and let's just do it very, very good, and show that this can still be a great way to develop and be successful in the industry. I that's my own perception, anyways. How has this been doing? What thirsty suitors, right? We need to look at that too. 98% positive to 55 user reviews. Interesting. This looked like it was going to be a really wild game. We'll look at both of those though. Bro, is this actually something promoting? Is Epic giving this prize away? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Gross, dude. Crypto gaming startup. Blech. Jesus Christ. Gag me, dude. Gross. I was about to be like, dude, if this is actually Epic, how gross is this? Because they just laid off like 850 people, but they're willing to dish out $1 million worth of prizes for like playing Fortnite. It's like, yikers. But it's not then. Is the video games industry in crisis? Yeah, kinda. It's a weird time. So many bangers, dude. But there's so many layoffs too. I've actually got an article hitting YouTube later today about that entire sentiment as well. Oh, what is this crap? Dude, I think this game's going to be a bust. It just seems weird. And they've had a lot of delays on this too. Seems like a cash grab. Seems weird that all these characters have these like movement abilities, except one. One already had a movement ability that was like a jetpack or whatever. The rest of them didn't. But all of a sudden they can just like fly through the air, swing. Like Harley Quinn looks like Spider-Man, flying through the air and stuff. It's really weird. I don't know. They were like, yeah, let's make a third-person loot and shoot game, but, you know, we need it to be vertical, too. So let's just implement stuff that has nothing to do with the lore of these characters. You know, like, god dang it. Come on, man. We'll go one more page real quick. Yeah, we talked. Baldur's Gate 3 should be hitting Xbox Series X and S pretty soon. They've had some issues getting it to work the same way from what the Series X version will be to the Series S, but that's nothing new. We've talked about that. Many developers have had that issue, but apparently they're getting through it, and hopefully that game will be hitting there for the Xbox players very soon. Everybody should be able to get their hands on Baldur's Gate 3. The game's a banger, dude. Yep, I've actually got an article up that'll be hitting public on YouTube later today, but we've talked about this. Rockstar thinks gamers should pay more for like longer access or whatever. I think that the way this is going to go is it's going to be more of like at the very least, it'll be okay, you can pay AAA price tag, if not more than what the normal AAA price tag is right now, which is $70 US for just the campaign of what GTA 6 will be. And then if you want to play online, you'll have to pay for the online version. Plus, you'll have to pay for a subscription. Okay, Pinky. Yo, do you want to try it? We can do it today if you want. Yeah. Maybe. Think about it. And not only that, but then there's going to be a ton of in-game monetization and stuff. You know, it's going to get a pretty. And here's the thing, dude. I'm actually an advocate of people being open to supporting developers. The more entertainment and hours played you're getting out of a title, you know, like I've stated that for a long time. If you're playing a game, and especially like take for instance like a free to play game, like maybe something like Lost Ark or something like that, you know, or even Warframe or anything like a really well done free to play game, you've really been enjoying it, you're getting a good amount of hours out of it. I think that you should really seriously be supporting the devs in some form or fashion. You know, you should look at like how many hours you've gotten out of the game so far, and what's a respectable amount of money for you, and how much entertainment you've gotten out of that piece of software, that game. You know, you should be compensating the developer for what you've gotten. You know, especially on the free to play side. I think that that's important to sustain a healthy gaming industry, you know. But we also see the other side of that all the time, right? Where people are paying AAA price tags for trash-ass games come out that either don't provide the content they tell us they're going to have, or they come out and they're not finished. They feel balls to play. They're terrible, you know. So we've been duped how many times? I mean, each individually, every single one of us, you know, myself included, everybody I'm talking to right now has in some form or fashion, I am guessing numerous times been duped by a developer on that front, right? So there's two sides to it, yeah? Which is why I try to educate people on the you know, if you've been burnt before, don't get burnt again, but support the good companies, don't support the bad companies. But I think this is where, you know, you're seeing Rockstar come in and go, look, we've got a title here that we know people are dumping a ton of hours into, and we find it to be appropriate that they compensate us for the amount of entertainment they're getting out of it, right? So I think that you're going to have to expect a substantial subscription to be able to play this game online in the multiplayer environment, as well as having to buy it up front. And there's going to be a lot of monetization in it. You're going to have to be ready for that. It's a unique title. It's one of the more, if not top most unique titles in the gaming industry. And it's kind of inevitable. It's going to be heavily. They're going to make people pay for playing that game. You got to be ready for it. The thing that sucks is that For all those people out there that have been fans of Rockstar over the years and all their other games, this is all they care about now, man. It's all they want. All they care about is GTA 6, GTA at all. It's been like that for a while now. And I don't think that you should be holding your breath for anything else. Besides maybe Red Dead moving forward in some kind of small capacity in comparison to what they throw at GTA. Red Dead will always be their like kind of stepchild, if you will, you know. Like they take care of it because they feel like they have to. You know? It's like that's the way they address Red Dead, it feels like. They take care and not look, I mean, I say stepchild because, you know, it's just like a phrase to be used. It's not, there are a lot of great people that take amazing care of their stepchildren and stuff. So don't get me wrong. That's not the sentiment I'm trying to push out there, but it's one of those things where it's like they throw enough resources at like Red Dead to have a backup to GTA whenever they need it or whatever. You know, that's it. And it feels bad. But anything else beyond those two, I would not hold your breath. I think a lot of people have for a long time, whether it be for something out of Bully. I mean, you name it. There's so many flipping games, and they just don't care. They're going to make you pay for some GTA 6, though. Boy, you better get ready for it. Oh, yeah, I love the title of this. Men who suck at games more likely to harass women. Yo, hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Oh yeah, I've already got it up. Oh yeah, we're reading that. Cause you know me, dude. There's no room for it. There's no room for it. I don't care if you're, you know, if you're being bigoted gender-wise, or you know you're discriminating for racial reasons, or you're you know, any kind of biases, bigotry, discrimination at all. You know, it just absolutely gross. It's terrible. I find it disgusting. And I hate to see it in our world, and I hate to see it in the world of video games too. You know what I mean? And so it's, you know, I've been a very vocal person about that. That's what our community is about. It's about being inclusive, welcoming, you know, standing up against those kinds of notions, and you know, raising awareness, I think, is a huge thing that we try to do around here. And you know, I call out people for this kind of crap all the time, and I promote people to always report people that do this kind of crap, because it's, you know, it's rampant. It's like a virus, and it's disgusting. There's no room for it. It's terrible. It breaks down communities. It's not good. And again, whether it be about people harassing women or harassing anybody over, you know, some kind, you know, a racial issue, or a gender preference issue, or sexual preference issue, or whatever, dude. It's just disgusting, you know. And I find this hilarious. Men who suck at games more likely to harass women. I find that hilarious. Pinky. Yeah. I think honestly, I think people that are bad at gaming project their issues onto everybody else. But I have no doubt that women in gaming take a brunt of this. You know what I mean? But dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been in games and been on a team with somebody that was just total balls, and they're the one that projects the issue onto other people. You know what I mean? All the time. And nobody will say anything to them first, but they'll start trying to call out other people. And it's like, bro, you're the one that's balls. You're the one that sucks. So why are you talking trash right now? You know, it's like they can't handle the fact that they're the weak link, and they know it, but they try to project that onto other people. And it's like, you're a piece of trash, dude. You know, but I have no doubt that you know, those kinds of people, these kind of people I'm talking about, absolutely try to project those issues onto like women or anybody else they find to be an easy target. You know what I mean? Which sucks. Yeah. So stupid. But yeah, we'll read this. That's what you need. This is how we all need to start addressing this too. If you hear anybody in a game start trying to knock on a girl while they're playing, be like, bro, the only reason that you're trying to like throw shade at her is because you suck. You're terrible, which is why you're trying to throw shade at people. That's great, dude. True, what's up? So stupid. I know you're not trash at games. We've played games together. You know, I think that I'm not the greatest gamer in the world either, dude. Gaming is a competitive thing. You know what I mean? It is. And dude, I pull three-head bonehead moves all the time. You know, I think that I've got my areas that I have strengths in. I've got my areas that I have weaknesses in. I think everybody's like that, you know. But I think there's only one way to get better, and that's by practicing. And that's why I call out cheaters all the time too, cheaters and hackers, for being weak ass gamers, because they don't want to learn how to get good. They want instant gratification and just being able to throttle people by cheating and hacking and stuff, which is disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, and that's really what it's about. Also true is like having fun. Obviously, there's a competitive side of gaming, right? And if you're going to be playing a competitive game, you need to be trying to elevate to an extent, right? If you're going to be playing like a multiplayer competitive game, and you know you've got teammates relying on you and everything. It's about having fun, but you know you need to always, I think, strive to be getting a little bit better, not just like bringing your team down and stuff, right? But you know, yeah, I agree. Games are about having fun, and people that pull this kind of crap and talk trash to other people and talk down to them and really cross that line of harassment and stuff and start trying to like discriminate for people in whatever form or fashion, it's really unacceptable. You know, just stepping over that line is just gross, and there's no need for it. There's no room for it, dude, and they need to get wrecked. That's why I promote people to report all the time. Report those people, dude. They don't need to be part of those communities. They just don't, you know. They just don't need to be part of it. Paul Rapper the Rapper 2 is coming to PlayStation Plus. What? Sick. Oh God. Oh God. Dragon's Dogma 2. Bro, I cannot wait. We've already talked about this though. This game already got rated. It already got rated in another country. I think it was Saudi Arabia. It got rated in Saudi Arabia. So we know that this game's going to start getting rated in other countries as well, meaning that the release date is quickly approaching probably. I think what we will probably see is we've already seen some nice trailers and everything for this game. And my prediction is that in 3 weeks, we're going to have the Game Awards. And Dragon's Dogma 2 is a Capcom game. Capcom is a big AAA developer that will be showcasing games at the Game Awards. I think we'll probably get a release date then. That's my expectation. I'm not positive, but I think it's a reasonable assumption. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think that we'll probably get it around the first of the year. I think this game will probably release around the first of the year. February, maybe, give or take. And we'll see. We'll be playing it. New Forza game has no racing at all. Forza Motorsport, is that what we're talking about? Hopper loves Starfield. Is that what that said? That's funny. I won't be diving into that, but that is funny. Interesting. We'll take a quick peek at this. That's a weird play. Okay. Looks like a Shantae game's coming back to the Switch. Yeah. Okay, we'll touch on that real quick too. These will be our articles for the day. Yeah. I mean, should we be surprised by something like that in the state of the gaming industry that we deal with every single day? You know what I mean? It seems just, I don't know. From what I read, we'll read about it next, but it's going to be a mobile game, and it's just about like it's like a match game that you just rebuild cars, but you're not going to race them or anything. I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me too. But let's start with this. Let me turn this music off. Boop. Or it was already. God dang it! Is my server all jacked? You play the music. It puts the music on its skin. It puts the music in the streamer's basket. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm kind of delirious this morning. Brother, what is happening? Hit me. God dang it. What's going on, man? There. All right, cool. I think that's what was needed. True, you know what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, I tagged you in Discord, by the way, in a clip. Did you see it? If you guys don't know what those quotes are from, I mean, I changed them a little bit, but yeah, you saw. Okay, yeah, those quotes are from Silence of the Lambs, by the way. It's an old movie, but yeah, I mean, I obviously changed them, but let's get into this, dude. I don't know where my head's at this morning. Good clips, yeah, yeah, dude. I made over 60 videos yesterday. So I was telling everybody this morning when I started up the stream. I had some life appointments too. So yesterday morning was life appointments. Um, yeah, I was way behind because of being sick. Way behind because of being sick. Um, and it was a brutally long day yesterday of work. So I had like almost 2 weeks worth of VODs that I hadn't touched. So having to make content out of, and it ended up being somewhere a little bit over 60 different videos that got created, put into playlists on Twitch, and everything had to be exported to YouTube as well. This is what I'm talking about to people, like how much time, how time intensive it is. And it's good. It's not quite as bad if I stay on top of it. You know what I mean? If I stay on top of it and I do it every few days or whatever, it's okay. I find the time to do it every 3 to 4 days or whatever, you know, and it's not too bad. But if something like this happens where I get sick and I just don't have the time, like I just got to rest and stuff or whatever, man, it's brutal trying to catch up. It's really rough. It's a lot of content to get through. And right now I've got all the previous video gaming news segments that weren't taken care of yet. Those are all up on YouTube now. They're on Twitch, they're on YouTube, they're public on YouTube. But I've still got like a bunch of individual pieces of news segments that deserve their own VODs and stuff that have been exported and uploaded to YouTube, but they're not public yet. Like there's I still got work to do tonight to get it all finished. So, but that's what I was talking to Pinky about this morning too, is like whenever I try to do that, whenever I go through content and make highlights and stuff, if there are good clips and everything, and we've been getting a lot of good clips out of every game's a little bit different, you know. Baldur's Gate 3's had a lot of good content, dude. A lot of good content. And I usually try to mark the VODs. Like while I'm streaming live, I can mark to go back and look at specific segments, right? So there's just a ton of stuff to go back and look at. I've got marks everywhere. And usually whenever I'm going back and looking at all the VODs and highlighting content out, it's I try to like the good ones that I make whenever I'm like finished getting everything cut out and highlighted, and I'm going and starting to export everything to YouTube. As I'm exporting stuff, it's like one of the things that I try to do is like if it's a really good clip, and especially if it has to do with somebody in particular, I'll like throw it in the Discord, you know, at that time, and like tag people in it or whatever. Because it's already kind of up on the Twitch channel and people can just access it through there, you know. I'm tired this morning yesterday, and my car's in the shop. I might have to leave a little bit early today. I took my car in, dude, to get some like just preventative maintenance done, and I have a bad head gasket. So unfortunate. That's a good bit of work there. So I'm having my head gaskets replaced right now in my car. And while they're in there, I'm just having them do stuff like spark plug replacement and all kinds of stuff. So it's a bit pricey. But you know, I'm all about like preventative maintenance, and if anything seems to be going bad, you take care of it. Get ahead of that game, because you let things like that go too long, you know what I mean? It can get really, really bad. So I took my car in yesterday just because I'm getting ready to put my car up for the winter. My car doesn't get driven during the winter. It doesn't get salt on it. But my car's getting a little bit of age on it right now too. So I'm not all that surprised that it needed some new head gaskets or something, you know. But getting a lot of oil or a lot of fluid changes done on it, getting it ready for the garage for the winter, and having to get the head gaskets changed. So I gotta go pick that thing up sometime today, some point today, and we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably just like. I gotta get there before they close is all it is. I gotta get there before they close. So everybody understand that. Like, I won't be able to go till like 4 today or anything. But I'll just have to wait and see when they call me, and because I've got a loaner car from them and stuff. And if they need it back sometime like really quick, they usually don't. But we'll just have to play it by ear, okay? We'll get in here though. Lost Game Boy Advance game making a comeback on the Switch. Today's Indie World Showcase announces a previously unreleased Game Boy Advance game will be making its way to the Switch in 2024. I'm just going to hit the highlights here, and then I'll push this over so you guys can read all of it if you want. Oh, yeah, we needed a summary of the Indie World Showcase. Hold on. Try that out. I don't want one on Nintendo's websites, dude. Let's go with the Verge. Verge will work. Let's look at that too. We'll end the news segment with that. So one of the things that are coming out of it though, Shantae Advance Risky Revolution is finally being released from after 20 years, bringing back the iconic platforming gameplay and transformation mechanics that made the series a cult classic. Game will feature the ability to shift the world to solve puzzles and discover new ways to advance through levels, adding a unique twist to the gameplay experience. For the first time in the franchise, Shantae Advance Risky Revolution will introduce a 4-player battle mode, allowing players to compete against friends as Shantae and other beloved characters from the series. Cool. We'll get more at the end. The last thing we'll look at is all the Indie World stuff. That was the other thing we need to look at today. Before I forget, let's take a look at these real quick. Thirsty Suitors, dude. Thirsty Suitors released on November 2nd, okay? It hasn't had a lot of reviews yet, but of the reviews, and look, this game actually looks pretty cool. It's a little weird, but I like weird, okay? It's 98% positive of 55 user reviews right now, okay? If you don't know what this game is, it's like an adventure action RPG with like Tony Hawk-esque, like arcade style skateboarding in it. You do battling with like these potential suitors for your main character. There's a cooking mechanic in the game. There's these potential suitors for your character. This girl. This is the main character. But when you battle, you don't battle with like physical attacks and stuff. It's all like word-based, verbal fighting and stuff or whatever, or you know, it's communication-based fighting or something. It's really wild. Take a look at this. It looks like a pretty unique kind of title, and it's been interesting to see this coming our way for a while. So check this out. Oh, well, that did look like a physical attack, didn't it? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I had heard before that there weren't going to be really, like, physical-based attacks in the game, but it looks like I was wrong there, so I apologize. Paddle your exes, disappoint your parents, find yourself. This game looks sick, dude. Yeah, it looks pretty wild, dude. I think it's actually on Game Pass too, maybe. I don't know. Could be on Game Pass. Let me check real quick for everybody. Yeah, it is on Game Pass. It is on Game Pass as well. So maybe check out Thirsty Suitors if you got Game Pass, or it's a $30 game, but it looks wild, dude. It looks wild. I wonder what the Metacritic is on it. It's an 80, dude. User score on Metacritic is a bit different though. 5.4. That's interesting. So you might want to take a look at this, look at some of the reviews, see what people are saying to see if it's something that might be up your alley. The other game I wanted to look at this morning is something that released while we had our day off, which is this. The Last Faith. This is a Metroidvania game. It looks very, very blasphemous. or blasphemy, blasphemous, Jesus. And also like Castlevania, you know, it's got that vibe to it. Oh, Small Saga just dropped. Cool, thanks, Vault. Nice, dude. Yeah, we looked at that the other day too. That looks pretty neat. Um, we can look at how that one's doing also. This is 84% positive right now, which is really, really, dude. This is like one of my bread and butter. I love Metroidvanias. This game has a very cool art style, old school pixel style. It's like a modern take on retro kind of Metroidvanias, you know what I mean? But it looks very, very good. So if you're interested, I'll link this as well. Reviews are looking pretty solid right now for this, not bad. And then the what Small Saga, yeah. See what people are saying. Oh, no user reviews yet. Yeah, okay. Um, we'll look at it tomorrow. We'll look at it tomorrow and see what people are saying about it. Yeah. Um, here we go, dude. This is actually a hilarious flipping. I'm not even. I mean, I love to see this. Actually, I think this is great. Again, we talked about this a little bit before when we found this article. And as somebody who is a huge advocate for getting rid of toxicity in gaming, look, there's a difference I think between competitive banter and just toxicity. People who, and I would consider toxicity to be more like people who overstep the boundaries of unacceptable behavior, whether it be, you know, promoting things like trying to get people to engage in self-harm, you know, um discriminating against people for whether it be some kind of gender bias, um sexual, you know, any kind of sexual preference or orientation or racial, you know, discrimination. I mean, you name it, dude. None of it's acceptable. It has no place in our world. It has no place in the world that we love, which is video games. And there's a big difference between a little bit of like competitive banter and, you know, trolling people a little bit in an acceptable way through communication, and then stepping over that line of unacceptable behavior. And we know that, you know, there have been a lot of studies that have been done about the way women are treated in gaming, to the point of one of the more recent articles we read of a study where a group of men were actually thrown into a multiplayer scenario where you would be grouped up with other people against another team, and the differences in the ways in which they were treated up front, and then they were given voice changers to make them sound like women, and then the ways they were treated afterwards by the group when they sounded like women. And it was terrible to see, gross to see, you know. And I mean, we've known this has been an issue in the world of gaming for a long time. Women just not even given a chance because of their gender, which is disgusting. It doesn't make any sense at all. I grew, you know what I mean? I'm I've got sisters. We grew up gaming together. I would never ever. I have a daughter who loves to game. You know what I mean? I would never ever want to have to see anybody or have to picture them dealing with the kind of stuff I've seen other people have to deal with. You know, just based on the fact of their gender. How disgusting is that? So gross. And I think that this is actually hilarious. That the title of this is "Men Who Suck at Games Are More Likely to Harass Women," the study finds. And I'll just state what I said before when we found this article too. I absolutely believe this, even without reading the study yet. I think that it's easy to believe this statement. As And a large part of that is because I have played so many multiplayer competitive games where the weak link on your team will be the one that tries to call out other people for sucking. You know, there's always somebody that is just not pulling their weight, and then they try to project the issues onto other people. And it's like, bro, you suck. It's like, sorry, man. But like, you're not going to be able to push this issue onto other people whenever you're the one that's total balls. So I can see that this totally being a thing without even having to read this, but we will. So let's dive in here. And look, all I'm saying is everybody needs to be treated equally, right? That's it. Everybody needs to be treated equally, but there's also no room for that like stepping over the line of being toxic, unacceptable behavior and everything. Everybody needs to be treated equally. There's no reason not to be. Yeah. Let's see what this has to say. This isn't new information to anyone who has been harassed online, but a study has now confirmed our suspicions by saying categorically that men who suck at gaming are more likely to harass women. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so it isn't shocking news. No, it's not. Or sadly surprising news, but it's comforting to see validation appearing by way of scientific study. Yeah, that's always nice. 2 researchers took it upon themselves to study how men behave towards women in over 163 playthroughs of Halo 3. Now, let me say this. This is a small data size. You would want to see different games. You would want to see more matches, different genres of competitive type games, to get a better overall view. I don't think that it's going to change much, but when you're talking about scientific research, the more data sets and variables that you can include to get a real good understanding of what's happening across the board, the better, right? What they discovered was that men who keep losing, aka dying a lot, were more likely to be rude and abusive to female players. On the flip side, the men who did well were generally friendly, both to male and female players. Men who did well were generally friendly to both male and female players. I love this, dude. Bro, this is great. This is great. So I think what this comes down to is like, keep this in mind. Normally, if you come across somebody in a game and they're a pretty cordial individual, they're probably a pretty solid gamer, more than likely. You know what I mean? Yo, Florida, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning, my friend. Happy Thursday. But if you come across somebody that's like a toxic asshole, it's probably because they suck. Yeah, yeah. Let me preface what's been said by saying there's a lot of stereotypical gender theory involved in this one, so buckle up. Quote, low status males that have the most to lose, explained the researchers. They said that this is due to a hierarchical reconfiguration with those low status males responding to the threat female competitors pose. When compared to those they labeled as high status males, it was found that because they had the least to fear, they were more positive towards other players. That's actually hilarious, dude. That's so funny. That's so funny, dude. Oh my God, I love this. The researchers, who hailed from the University of New South Wales and the Miami University in Ohio, went on to detail how some of the men playing Halo appeared to be thrown off when they heard a woman speaking during their playthroughs, before suggesting that young men need to be taught not to feel like losing to a woman is socially debilitating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, there's going to be a part of this that is culturally ingrained in people. It's sad, but it's also true. Okay. there's a part of culture that has, and I mean, look, I'm just spitting facts here, okay? Throughout the history of the world, there are many, many, many cultures that have viewed men as superior to women, right? All the way around, and have treated them as such also. And while we move through modern times, it there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and a lot of, I mean, just like with you know, not just with gender, but with race, and with, I mean, any other thing that can be discriminated against, right? There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in social justice when it comes to, you know, everybody being viewed as an equal, independent of, you know, what your skin color is, what your sexual orientation is, what your gender is, what your sexual preference is, anything like that, right? But it's undeniable that women have been viewed in many, many cultures as a lesser gender for a long time, and it's been a struggle to get where we're at even in modern day, and it's still something that is having to be worked on, right? And so when you think about that, and you think about, there's still cultures out there that are raised, you know what I mean, and developed on some of that thought process, you know, you have to understand that some of it is still a cultural thing too, unfortunately, right? um it's important for us to make it clear that one study does not equal solid facts. Absolutely. That's why I was talking about, you need more data sets, you need more variables. You have to keep pushing for more on these scientific fronts to get a better understanding of exactly what's happening, right? But it's a good start, no doubt. More studies need to be conducted on larger groups of gamers, different gamers, etc., for the evidence to really solidify into something official. All you PlayStation and Xbox fanboys who like to spit some harsh comments on your mics as you play, maybe don't do that. You don't want to reveal how much you suck at video games any more than your skills already show. That's actually funny, dude. Yo. That I love this. Look, this is a great flipping image right here too. This is funny, dude. Yeah, yeah, this is funny. Yeah, I love this though. Yeah, like I said, I mean, look, dude. Um, as somebody who has sisters that I grew up playing games with, they weren't ever as much into gaming as I was, you know, but we played games, a lot of games together growing up. And I have a daughter who loves playing video games and stuff. Dude, I don't want any, you know, I don't want any women to be treated this way, you know, um, because I wouldn't want, you know, I mean, again, as somebody who I think anybody that hangs out here at all or for any length of time knows the kind of person I am, and the way that I'm about equality. I'm about people being treated the right way. I think it's asinine that we have to still in the modern world deal with so much disdain and hate between people just because of ridiculous differences. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's such a stupid thing for people to hate one another for. You know, as long as you're a good person, that's all that should really matter. And people just continue to be toxic and nasty to one another just because there's something different about somebody else. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So, I'm not surprised. It's a great article, though. I think this is good to read. It's funny, but not surprising. And yeah, I think this just is a great way. I'll link this for you guys, and maybe, you know, just hold on to this, bookmark this or something. And next time you're in a game where somebody's treating somebody like a piece of crap, be like, "Hey, bro, maybe you should take a read." You know, you kind of suck, and scientists have found out that, You're talking trash to other people because you suck. You know, might be a nice play. It's pretty good. Check this noise out, dude. Pa Rappa the Rappa. Pa Rappa the Rappa 2 coming to PS Plus game catalog. Let's get this other we'll put this up here too, so we'll read both these in conjunction. You're saving it? Yo, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. PS Plus is getting a fresh new array of games, including Teardown, Dragon's Dogma, and Parappa the Rapper 2. Yo. By the way, I was showing everybody this the other day. Fanatical right now. Fanatical, I think, still might have it. Was it Fanatical? Or was it Green Man? Oh, it might not be up there anymore. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, dude, it went back up. That sucks. Yeah, I told everybody before I took my day off. Dragon's Dogma was on Fanatical for like under $5 for a Steam key. Under $5, but it's back up now. So if you missed out, I'm sorry. I told everybody. But dude, Dragon's Dogma is a banger. One of my most hyped upcoming releases is excuse me, Dragon's Dogma 2. And this game does go on sale quite often. So you'll be able to find it if you're not going to play it on a subscription service or anything. You can find it quite often hitting sales for roughly $5. Okay, so I put 130 hours into this game. It's absolutely worth at least, I think right now this game goes for about $30 full price. It's totally worth in my opinion. But know that if you're interested in playing Dragon's Dogma, it's an amazing title and it does go on sale quite often for about $5. Okay, and it's a great single player title. If you're playing on PC, it's got an amazing kind of component to it that allows you to use other people's companions that they've built in their games to be played in your game, and they can use yours, and you get bonuses for them using yours and stuff. It's really cool. Look into it. But I digress. Pa Rappa the Rapper 2 is coming to PS Plus game catalog along with these other games. So PlayStation has announced the next wave of games for PS Plus game catalog, and it includes a familiar face. Pa Rappa the Rapper 2 is officially landing on the platform as a PS2 classic for those on the PS Plus Deluxe Premium subscription tiers. He's also joined by Klonoa via the Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, which remasters classic games Door to Phantomile and Lunatea's Veil. Beyond these choice picks, the latest PlayStation Plus games catalog also includes excellent puzzler Superliminal, cult action RPG Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and destructive heist game Teardown. The full list of games coming to PS Plus catalog for extra premium and deluxe subscription tiers is listed below. All games are available to download and play from 21 November, except Teardown, which will be available starting yesterday. Teardown, like we said, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxi Boost On, Dead Island Riptide Definitive Edition, Superliminal, Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi, Alternative Jake Hunter, Dallas, The Awakening of Golden Jazz, and River City Melee Mach. This is still like, I don't know, dude. PlayStation, so the last 2 months were pretty not great for the game releases they had. They've raised the prices recently, which is, I don't know why. I don't know why PlayStation felt like they had a reason to raise their prices for their subscription service, and they haven't been releasing great games, especially not great modern games. Um, I think that yeah, Dragon's Dogma, cool, great game. It's a 2016 game though. Yeah. Um, Teardown, okay, yeah, it's not super notable though. Dead Island, also an older game. Superliminal, all right. Euden Chronicles, okay. It's just there's nothing that's like standing out, dude. Plus premium game catalog editions is Grandia, Jet Moto, Up, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, and Paul Rapper the Rapper 2. And that's also a cool game, but it's like I just don't see it, dude. I really don't see the big pull for PS Plus right now. Feels like they're not really doing their subscribers justice, dude. Personally, so I won't read this one. If you need the list or anything, here it is. There you go. Okay, so the new Forza game has no racing at all. At all. Um, the next Forza game trades out racing for match 3 puzzles. The Forza series has become one of the premier racing franchises in video game over the last several years, thanks in large part to developers Turn 10 Studios and Playground Games' ability to consistently deliver incredible on-track action. Their latest game, though, Forza Motorsport, is not getting the best reviews across the board. It was a bit surprising when the franchise announced today that its latest game, Forza Customs, won't involve any racing at all. Instead, the new mobile game uses match 3 puzzles to help players restore and build cars. Of course, this isn't a mainline entry into the franchise, so neither Turn 10 nor Playground are working on Forza Customs. Instead, mobile studio Hutch Games headed up development. Yeah. I knew it wasn't mainline. I saw that whenever I pulled it up. Saw that when I pulled it up. Yeah, that's why I had already kind of talked about that. It was like a match 3 puzzle game and stuff. Yeah, it's still it's always a bit weird whenever it's like a spin off and it's like it says Forza and it's like, but wait, there's no racing in it. It still feels weird. you know, I see what they're doing with it, I guess, but it's like Forza's traditionally a game that is about racing cars, and this is more of a not, which is odd. Mobile racing fans might know Hutch Games from its work on games like F1 Clash, Top Drives, Rebel Racing, but it's worth saying again that Forza Customs is not a racing game. Players are given various jobs to do, like designing a car or modifying a specific part, which is still cool. And then they need to solve match 3 puzzles to earn points they need to finish the job. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any way to take your creations from the game into the mainline series at this point. It's possible it could come in the future, but for now, Forza Customs is entirely separate from the 2 main series. Should be noted that Forza Customs includes many of the things players associate with mobile games. Customs includes several options for spending money on microtransactions, though early reports seem to claim they don't really need to spend money to get anything worthwhile. Also worth saying that Customs doesn't require an online connection, making it something you can easily play while on the go regardless of your Wi-Fi situation. Um, okay. I mean, yeah, just because it doesn't have racing won't mean it's not good or anything, and people love to like customize cars and stuff, you know what I mean? Like about every vehicle I've had, I've done things to, or I've theory crafted with what I would want to do to it. You know what I mean? So people love that kind of stuff if you're into cars and everything. So it's not like it's a bad play. It's just I think a little bit weird because I don't think there's ever been a Forza game where you haven't raced. You know what I mean? So interesting. Here's one that I'm really not excited about. This game's been delayed a number of times, and I don't know, man. Well, I mean, time will tell on that one, Vault. Video game industry is fickle, dude. I mean, how many times do we see companies try to do spin-offs of their titles that sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, you know? So, I don't know, man. Time will tell. I think it's a little bit too early right now to say whether or not it would be a win for Xbox or not. You know what I mean? We'll see though. So the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League games like a third party or a third person loot and shoot game. Multiplayer co-op kind of situation. It's been delayed a number of times now. We knew from the early development stuff out of this game that it was big into monetization. Huge, like a lot of microtransactions, battle passes. I mean, you name it. So it was going to be a cash grab, and it was going to cost AAA price tag too. So it's not like this is. I mean, for me, this is something along the lines of grossness like Exo Primal. Yeah, they want you to pay a AAA price tag for it, and then it's just going to be riddled with schemes to try to get you to spend money in the game also, which is super off putting for me, man. But I think it doesn't mean the gameplay will be bad or anything. I think one of the things that kind of throws me off a little bit is that when you're talking about the four characters they have in here, there's only one of these characters that actually has any kind of vertical movement traditionally, and then they took all these characters and gave them like super vertical movement abilities and stuff, which is weird. Like Harley Quinn moves around like she's Spider-Man. It's like she's got like these drones that fly around, but she's like, I mean, she looks like doing Spider-Man movements and stuff. It's really, really weird. Um, I mean, if you take a look at like Insomniac's games with like the way Spider-Man like web slings and like flips around and that's what Harley Quinn looks like she's doing in this game. And that's odd for me. It's odd to see like these characters that don't traditionally have this as part of their like lore or anything just be shooting around doing these like crazy movement things in a vertical aspect. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. For me, that's a little bit of a weird play though. I don't know. Looks like they've got a 20-minute video which delves into the story and mechanics of the long-delayed title. Video confirms that Metropolis will be twice the size of Gotham City in the studio's Batman Arkham Knight game, meaning each of the squad has a unique traversal method for getting around. Harley Quinn has a glider and grappling hook. Yeah, this grappling hook, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they all have like these vertical movement abilities and stuff, which is weird. It's not traditionally part of like their lore or anything, Deadshot has a jetpack, which he always has, right? King Shark can just jump incredibly high. Captain Boomerang has a type of super speed, which allows him verticality as well. It's kind of odd. Confirmed the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a third-person action shooter. As a result, every character will have a variety of weapons that they can use, the Penguin acting as a weapons dealer over the course of the game. The video doesn't dive into the controversial live service elements of the game. We do know the game will have a battle pass and various different cosmetics that you can either earn or seemingly purchase through a premium variant of the battle pass. Shown in the video is a series of classic variants for each playable character based upon their comic looks, which will only be available as part of a pre-order bonus. Video follows a series of delays for Kill the Justice League, first announced in August of 2020. The game was originally planned to be released in 2022, with a showing at the Game Awards that year, revealing the new date to be May 26th of this year. That same trailer also revealed the game would be the final appearance of the late Kevin Conroy as Batman. Kevin Conroy did a ton of the animated Batman voicing and stuff. And he just died like, what, 5-6 months ago, I think? Title was again delayed earlier this year, with its release date moving to February 2nd now. So we'll see. I'll link this for you guys. It's 20 minutes long. I'm not going to watch this whole thing. It's something for us to go back and take a look at sometime if we need like some filler content or something, I guess. But through all these delays and everything I've seen right now, I'm not real stoked about what's probably coming out of this game. Just a lot of red flags for me personally. 505 Games parent company Digital Bros laying off 30% of staff. Dude, another day of this. Every single day, man. Digital Bros Group, the parent company to publisher 505 Games, has announced plans to lay off 30% of its staff. It's saying it's doing so to align with the new competitive market, quote unquote. 505 Games is the publisher behind games like Ghost Runner 2, Control, Payday 2, the PC version of Death Stranding, and more. It's unclear how much of the team will be affected by Digital Bros' overall plan. Digital Bros has reviewed, this is a quote, has reviewed its projects to align with the new competitive environment. It writes in a press release. This is expected to represent a reduction of approximately 30% of their global workforce, but no significant effect of restructuring costs is expected on the annual project results for fiscal year of 2024. Company goes on to say the video game market has evolved since the pandemic to be more selective with new games. No. What has happened is the video gaming industry has come back to normal. It hasn't evolved. It has come back to reality. Whereas during the pandemic, everybody overhired because the gaming industry blasted off. Everybody was staying home. Everybody needed some way to communicate with other people, and they did it through gaming. You know, and so it hasn't evolved. It has devolved back to normal is actually what it's done. It's like everybody overhired and they didn't expect the industry to like get back to normal or something. I don't know, man. Digital Bros strategy has had to adapt to this new and evolving competitive scenario and will focus its efforts moving forward on the release of sequels and new versions of previously successful and established games with a limited number of new larger budget productions, a press release reads. While it's unclear how many people at Digital Bros' various arms will be affected, the company does note that a majority of the 30% laid off will be concentrated within the studios. It sounds like Digital Bros is making a decision to lay off employees right as the holiday season begins, mind you, but keeping itself safe from the job terminations, instead reducing the workforce of the studios under its umbrella. Yeah. The Digital Bros layoffs join an unfortunately ever-growing list of layoffs happening in the gaming industry. Just 2 days ago, Amazon Games laid off 180 employees. Last week, we learned Free Radical Design is on the verge of closing down and that Ubi laid off more than 100 employees. The week before that, roughly 100 employees were laid off at Bungie, the developer of Destiny 2. In January, Microsoft laid off 10,000 employees. In August, Striking Distance Studios, the team behind last year's Callisto Protocol, laid off more than 30 employees. That same month, Mass Effect and Dragon Age developer BioWare laid off 50 employees, including longtime studio veterans. Following month in September, Immortals of Avium developer Ascendant Studios laid off roughly 45% of its staff. Last month, Last of Us developer Naughty Dog laid off at least 25 employees, and Telltale Games underwent layoffs as well, although an actual number of laid off employees has not yet been revealed. Late October, Dreams developer Media Molecule laid off 20 employees. They didn't even talk about Embracer, or Epic. Epic Games just laid off 850 employees, while also Embracer has shut down studios like Volition completely. So I'll add to everything that was put in here at the end that apparently Game Informer failed to note 850 employees from Epic are gone. How did you not put that in here as well? Unless you're in cahoots there a little bit or something. I don't know, that makes me feel weird. It's terrible, dude. It's every single flipping day, man. Every single day we have to deal with this. I'll say the same thing I say every single day, because every day we have to deal with listening to these articles come out about more layoffs in the industry. Everybody affected. My heart and thoughts go out. It's never easy to deal with. It's a brutal time of the year right now, too, with the holidays. But my hope is that these individuals find something quickly that is more fulfilling and a better overall fit for them moving forward. It's a terrible thing, dude, dealing with job loss and the instability that comes along with that most of the time. It's just such a terrible, terrible thing for the mental health of people. It's so stressful and anxiety driving, dude. It's really, really rough. It's terrible to have to read this stuff every single day. Every day. We do the news. Every day we're live, 6 days a week. And every day, literally, there's another studio laying off massive amounts of employees. It's tough to read, man. Yeah. This is another just iteration of what we just read, so feels bad, dude. Gaming monitor Black Friday deals 2023 best early 4K 1440p 144 hertz 240 hertz OLED gaming monitors and more savings revealed by Saver Trends. They've just got links in here. So depending on what you're looking for, they have links on where you might be able to get some deals, okay? So particularly like you can see 4K gaming monitor. All this is Walmart though. So, take a look. They got different categories though. 4K, 1440p, which is 2K. OLED, curved, portable, 144 hertz, 165 hertz, 240 hertz. I'll just link this. If you find anything pertinent, that you're like, oh, that's a really good deal or whatever, throw it in the Discord deals channel for us so everybody can take a look and even comment on it and see what they think about it, stuff like that, okay? More here. Pre-built gaming desktop deals. There are going to be more links here for you guys. If you're in the market for a gaming PC, this might help you find one. I'm also just going to throw this out here. There are some sites like Camel that can help you find some deals on things, price comparisons for free Amazon. This is an Amazon price tracker, actually, is what Camel is. But this can help you out with some Amazon price tracking stuff. One of the sites that I love to use is slickdeals.net. This is actually a community-driven site where people find deals all the time and they post them up themselves. Where other people will like thumbs them up, thumbs them down, comment on it. The more popular deals that get a lot of thumbs up and stuff end up on the front page, but you can find deals across tech, grocery, clothing, furniture, you name it. You can find stuff everywhere. You can look at all the categories, subcategories and stuff. You can look everywhere. And it's a really nice place, especially during this time of the year where there are so many sales, for you to find the best deal possible on specific things you might be looking for across, because there's so many retailers doing sales right now, right? And if you are in the market for something particular or a few different models or makes or whatever, this can be a nice place for you to find where the best deals are popping off during all these huge sales that all these retailers are doing, okay? So I'm not affiliated with any of these. I just try to get people the best deal possible. You know what I mean? That's what I always try to do for myself, so I'll do the same thing for you. Titan Army brings 3 gaming-focused monitors for the holidays. Let's see here. So I don't know what to think about Titan Army. Like, I've been hearing about them, and a few times in the news segment we've kind of come across them. It's a new monitor manufacturer out of China, and I literally don't know anything about the quality of their monitors though, and that's what I'm wanting to find out before I start like promoting them. I don't think Artings has done anything for Titan stuff yet. Doesn't look like it. Let's take a look here. Yeah, no Titans in here. Yeah, so I don't know. There might be let me just do this real quick. Looks like Gadget Flow. I don't care to look at Linus, I'm sorry. Tom's Hardware as well. Titan Army affordable gaming monitors review optimize your gameplay. Brand is gradually releasing its series of 7 gaming monitors. Already launched are the Titan Army 24-inch and the Titan Army 32-inch curved gaming monitor. Both are poised to become sought-after additions to gaming setups around the country, and I'm reviewing them today. What strikes them most is the accuracy and consistency of these colors. Pop with vividness, richly detailed, hold their ground from practically every angle. Whether you're racing through vivid landscapes or sneaking through shadowy game levels, colors stay true and captivating. 178-degree viewing angle. It's hard to read something that just says only good stuff and go, were you paid to do this? Just paid to say only good things, you know? I mean, it does. That's all it does. I want to see something that, like, that's why I like Artings. Artings does a like a very, very deep dive breakdown of everything they review. And they'll show you the good and they'll show you the bad. It's weird. Everyone a 27-inch 2K 180 hertz IPS monitor for under 300. Yeah, if you prefer something with a more established brand like LG or Samsung, those will generally have a better warranty support and quality assurance, and prices can match or even beat Titan Army. So, might be worth looking around, but I'll link these just in case. I've just been seeing a bunch of like Titan Army stuff. So, here are some deals though for what Titan Army is bringing to the table. Looks like they've got links here. You can get like a $12 off deal on Amazon for these things. So I don't know. It might be worth looking into if you're in the market for some monitors. Okay, they do. Their specs are really good, but I would say you need to look into potentially what kind of customer service they have, what their warranties are, stuff like that. Because look, I'll tell you, I had to send my monitor in this year. I have a 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz monitor that died on me earlier this year, just in the middle of streaming. Just kicked the bucket, dude. Did a bunch of troubleshooting, and sure enough, it was the monitor. It cost me shipping to send it in. That was it. And because it was under a 3-year manufacturer's warranty, they had to fix it. That's all I paid was shipping. Ship it back to them. They verified that it was faulty. And I had the monitor for about 2.5 years. And they sent it back. So, I mean, it's important to know that you're being taken care of as far as good customer support, good warranty, things like that, in case something does go awry. You know what I mean? No, I didn't, dude. I haven't. Do you have a link for it, Volt? I'll take a look at it real quick, though. So I think that's something important to take a look at, you know, when you're thinking about buying into some of these things. How good, how long is the warranty? How good is the customer support? Things like that for what you're buying into, okay? So just don't forget that stuff. Let's take a look at this. IndyCar terminates agreement with Motorsport Games. So IndyCar game from Motorsport Games is officially dead. An SEC filing from November 8th that was made public on November 14th confirms that the racing organization is terminating its 2 licensing agreements with a Miami-based developer. The news of the termination comes after the game's status was up in the air when Motorsport Games laid off the entire development team at its Australian studios. Quote, IndyCar LLC stated that its decision to terminate the IndyCar license agreements was due to the company's alleged failure to satisfy certain of its obligations under the IndyCar license agreements, including making IndyCar Racing Series video game products available in the U.S. and facilitating a minimum number of IndyCar Racing Series esport events. In each case, as specified in the applicable IndyCar license agreement, the filing reads. In addition, the filing states that Motorsports Games is evaluating the validity of IndyCar LLC's notice of termination, including demands for certain payments under the IndyCar license agreement, as well as the company's options under the IndyCar license agreements. The termination of the license agreements, which were signed in July of 2021, is effective immediately. Motorsports Games has now sold the NASCAR license to iRacing, while also losing its agreements with BTCC and IndyCar. The company remains in debt without the funds to continue on for the next few months, a sign that things may continue to get worse for the studio. Well, if this is true, then this is what you have to understand is a repercussion of you not meeting your obligations of a contract. If you're not fulfilling your end, this is a potential, repercussion of you not fulfilling your end of that bargain, right? But if they can prove that they did, and then there's going to be a lawsuit happening here. Always got the links, bro. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'll pull that up, dog. Thanks. Let's see this. Thanks, man. We'll look at it in just a second. Yo, be careful. There's a scam going on. Retro Gaming of Denver sell scam. Try to raise some awareness here. Make sure people aren't getting scammed, man. Many people are searching for the best deals this holiday season. But as you do so, watch out for fake sales campaigns online. Specifically, if you've come across holiday sales campaigns for Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation from Retro Gaming of Denver on Facebook, then beware, the ads are likely a scam. Recently, there have been a lot of fake Facebook ads claiming to feature sales campaigns from Retro Gaming of Denver, which is a real popular video game store based in Denver, Colorado. All modern sell. Dear customers, this is with a heavy heart that we regret to announce the permanent closure of our gaming equipment store. Everything from Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, Sega, and more is at virtually free prices. We would like to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported and patronized us over the years. Your arrival means a lot to us. So the rest of the year, we're running our last full store sale exclusively in our online store with 75% off. In this farewell and thank you campaign, every purchase you make will help us alleviate the financial crisis experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic and say a heartfelt farewell to the joy you have brought us over the years. We hope you will visit our online store one last time. Whether you're looking for the perfect holiday gift or a little treat for yourself, and know that we appreciate your business now more than ever. We have created wonderful memories together, and now let's make the most of the time we have left. We sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Warm regards, Jim Shore. Falsely claiming that they are having a farewell and thank you sale. The ads will lead you to a fake retro gaming of Denver website that is actually this allmodern-sell.com. This will eventually land you on retro gaming of Denver-sell.com. Be sure to check the web URL carefully. Although the web address seems similar to the genuine one, retrogamingofdenver.com, it is not. And the page looks very different from the legitimate official website. Yeah. Yes, it does. Bro. Yeah. Take a look at the deals on the fake website. Switch and PlayStation 5 for 91% off. Yeah, these deals are too good to be true, and they really are. Look, man, people have to understand how to be very careful. People get scammed all the time, every single day, especially online. And it's because quite often they're just too ignorant to know better. I'm not calling people stupid. I'm saying ignorant as far as not educated, not knowledgeable enough on what happens in an online environment to keep themselves safe, right? How to be perceptive enough of going, this seems a bit fishy or sketchy or whatever. You've got to understand, and especially, dude, this is in life itself. If something seems too good to be true, it almost always is. So if you really think that you're going to be able to get a PS5, a brand new PS5 for $45, you're probably going to buy this and get like a PS5 box with some bricks in it or something. You know what I mean? If something seems too good to be true, stay away from it. It is. Okay? And also, you have to be very, very careful about the kinds of links you're clicking on and stuff like that. It's so terribly, terribly rough. It can happen to anybody. And it's very, very easy. Quite often, if you hover over a link, it'll give you more of an indicator as to where you're about to be sent to, stuff like that. You just educate yourselves on how to be more protective of. Dude, good antivirus quite often will help you too. Like an entire security suite will quite often prevent you from going to malicious sites, things like that. There's a reason why I only allow certain people, which would be myself, mods, and VIPs, to post links in our chat here in this channel, because I don't want to risk people being able to post links in here that could be malicious and get people in trouble. You know, you just have to learn how to be safe, man. It's a rough thing, but it's so terrible to see people getting scammed all the time. Yeah, be very careful. The owner of Retro Gaming of Denver has already published an announcement to warn their fans of the scams, emphasizing the legitimate web address of their website is only retrogamingofdenver.com. Yeah, true. They are. They've been that way for a while, but this is it's always a cat and mouse game too, like we talk about in the tech world all the time on many different fronts, right? The scamming part of it is no different. The individuals that are willing to cheat and steal from people and engage in these scams, right? They develop scams, and then whenever people catch on to the scams and they're not working anymore, they get smarter and they develop more elaborate scams, and the cycle just repeats itself, right? So it's just a cat and mouse game constantly, right? I feel like it's felt like that for a long time. You know what I mean? I feel like um I feel like it's felt like that since I've been an adult, man. People have just been trying to scam each other, you know. But I think yeah, more prominent now than it probably was a while back, you know. But it's just it seemed like it's always been a thing to me. I guess I don't know. I think it probably seems like that to me, maybe because I've just always been so ingrained in the tech world and stuff, and it's always been a part of this, you know. Um, it could be that too. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been part of this like tech kind of world, you know, career wise and stuff like that, and it's just always been something I've had to be kind of aware of and on, you know, a watch out for and things like that. And so I think for me, it's just always felt like it's been very, very, very prevalent. I guess I don't know. Um, Given all the reviews and information above, suggest you avoid shopping or engaging with the Facebook ads or the related fan pages. Always do your homework before shopping and stick to the official channels. This is the legit site. Okay, so I'll link this. You guys be careful out there, man. Yeah, I know, true. I agree. Look, this is one of the things that I'll tell people too. A lot of people don't know this, but I think something very smart for people to do is invest in a credit monitoring report. Yeah, that's something that can really, really help quite often. In because a lot of what happens with online scamming and stuff is they're digging for personal information too. It's not always just about trying to get you to like send them money or something. A lot of times it's about trying to steal your personal information. Yeah, and everybody needs to be very, very careful about that. So one of the things that you can do to try and protect yourselves a little bit more, and I really think this is something that more people need to be doing, is if you invest in a credit monitoring solution, where it's usually, I don't know, roughly $10 a month, something like that. Um, you can get into a credit monitoring solution from like Experian or some place like that, and they'll give you an option. Like you've got an account, you can log in there, and you have an option of locking your credit down. Yeah. So if somebody does, because you're not usually needing to, unless you're getting a loan or something like that, you know what I mean? You're not usually needing to have, you know, you know, if you're needing to open a credit card or get a loan or something to that effect, then you know you wouldn't want it locked down. But normally you don't need your credit tied to your person unlocked 90% of the time. And what you can do with those credit monitoring solutions is you can actually tell them through an online account to just lock down your credit. That way, if anybody steals your information, they try to get credit underneath your name or your information or whatever, they can't do it because your credit's locked. So it's one of those like kind of backup fail safes that can actually save people a lot of um, guff, if you will. Um, People's information's all over the place online. I mean, it's just it's inevitable nowadays, you know. But I do think that one of the things that you can try to do to protect yourself a bit more is get yourself some credit monitoring and lock down your credit. Yeah, it's a smart thing to do. It really is. But what you have to remember also is that it takes a little bit for it to unlock across the board, right? So if you log, it's not hard. You can log into those sites and you just go, "Yo, lock my credit down." It's just like a button and it'll lock it, and it's like, okay, nobody can get a credit, you know. Nothing for you and your person can be done as far as credit's concerned. Nobody can get a loan under your, I mean, and this means you also, right? So anybody that tries to run a credit check on you or whatever, it'll be locked down. It'll basically say, no, you can't do this. So what you have to remember is that you need to go in, if you're planning on getting a credit card or getting a loan or anything like that, you need to remember to go in a little bit beforehand. I would say be safe, and about a week beforehand, go in and unlock that credit score. It can usually be done the same day, but just to be safe, give it a number of days worth of buffer just to make sure that it's unlocked across the board. Because there are a lot of other, the credit companies are, there's a lot of them. They're kind of tied together and stuff. You know what I mean? And there can be some issues sometimes. I've had it happen where mine was unlocked, but for some reason it wasn't unlocked. You know what I'm saying? So you just need to understand that and be careful. So if you're needing it to be unlocked, make sure that you're getting in there a few days ahead of time and unlocking it so that you don't have any issues, because you won't be able to get anything on yourself either. Yeah. Let's look at this Nvidia thing that Vault just sent us. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, dude. Vault's got the links. Nvidia is offering a limited time ultimate bundle that includes both Xbox's Game Pass, PC Game Pass, and GeForce Now. Nvidia kicks off the holiday season early with a huge PC Game Pass and GeForce Now Ultimate Bundle membership deal. Yo, sick, dude. Thanks for finding this. This is what you need to know. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I like it when they give us the bullet points, dude. Nvidia is announcing a new membership deal bundle offering 6 months of GeForce Now and 3 months of PC Game Pass. GeForce Now will be receiving 18 new games to its library and a system update that will sync it with your Xbox PC accounts and Ubisoft Plus subscription services. GeForce Now is Nvidia's premium cloud gaming subscription service, allows gamers to stream PC games on portable devices, including mobile phones, laptops, and more. Does it say anything about how much this is going to cost for the 6 month? The third big announcement is that the 18 games will be added to GeForce Now's library of games. 18 games are as follows. Spiritia, Karmazu, Nullbuck's Dungeon Master. I think we've already hit on these before, but I'll read them again. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin, Arcana Parad of Paradise, the Tower, Blazing Cells, Pirate Battle Royale, Disney Dreamlight Valley, bleh, go play Palia, dude. Hello Neighbor 2, Overcooked 2, RoboCop, Rogue City, RoboQuest, Rune Factory 4 Special, Settlement Survival. I've actually got an article that'll be up on our YouTube page about how gross Disney is, and especially regarding Dreamlight Valley and what they're doing here. This was supposed to be free to play. This is what they do with all their games. They go, it's a free to play game, but it's early access. And they go, oh, well, it's early access. And, until it hits full access will be free to play. So they keep calling it a free to play game. But early access, it'll be an early access for years. And entire time it's in early access, you have to buy a founder's pack to play it. So the game's not really free to play. Now, with Disney Dreamlight Valley, right, what they're doing is going, oh, well, now it's not going to be free to play anymore either. Disney's disgusting, dude. RoboCop, Rogue City, RoboQuest, Rune Factory 4 Special, Settlement Survival, Solvar's State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition, The Wonderful One, After School Hero, Wolfenstein The New Order, Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Oh, lastly, Nvidia has stated subscribers of GeForce Now will be rewarded with the Heroic Edition of the long-running MMORPG Guild Wars 2. Contains the base game of Guild Wars 2, a suit of legacy armor, and 18-slot inventory expansion, and 4 heroic boosters. They've got a link to the GeForce Now rewards portal. They got all the links in here that you need. Doesn't say about how much 6 months of GeForce Now is. But you can get 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate with your 6-month subscription of GeForce Now. It doesn't say anything about you needing to be a new subscriber or anything either, I don't think. So that would be cool if you didn't have to be a new subscriber, but they might have just left that detail out. I don't know. But Vault linked that up above so you guys can grab that. That's pretty neat, dude. Thanks. Here's the last two things we have. We're gonna go over the so PC gaming show is actually happening on November 30th. Okay. Yes, we will be watching this together. Okay. So November 30th. Um, when does this pop off? Let me see here. One p.m. Pacific. Oh my god, dude. Really? Yeah, that's 3 p.m. Central Time. Well, we'll just end the stream that day with this. It'll be it'll just probably be a long stream day. So, um we'll have a full day of streaming on the 30th. Wait, no. June 11th. Wait, what are you talking about, dude? That's wrong. June 11th. Hold on, dude. Uh Oh, nice, dude. It happens at noon for us. At noon. I need to bookmark this. So that's not gonna make me have to stream long. But it will break up the day, which is kind of weird. I like when the showcases happen like at the end of the news segment, so we can watch them in between the news and gaming, or at the end of the gaming stuff. This is a bit weird because it's like, okay, we'll do the news, then we'll game, then we'll break, watch this, then we'll break, then we'll do more gaming probably, depending on how long this goes. But this will pop off at noon for us on the 30th. I'll keep this up and bookmark this. That way we're very aware we're going to watch this in about 2 weeks, okay? Last thing I have for the day, we're going to go over the announcements. There was a Indie World Showcase the other day. We didn't get to watch it, and we haven't been able to touch on it because I was off yesterday. So let's take a quick look at. It was just like a 20-minute thing from Nintendo. It's showcasing some of their indie games coming to the platform. So let's do a quick summary and look at what they're bringing to the table for us. Okay. Wait, what? Blade Chimera? Cool Future Punk Castlevania? What is this, dude? Oh, yeah, give it to me. I like it already. Oh, God, yeah. You got a sword familiar? Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, giant toad. Oh, my God. Let's go. Everybody's like, shut up, away. You weirdo. Yo, that was sick. Look at that big chicken, dude. Yo, that looked cool, bro. That looks like a great game for the Switch, too. Nice. The star named EOS, first-person puzzle exploration game. Let's see what this is. Cool. Meet me at Moonstone Island. Coziest and cutest games they saw at GDC 2023. Coming to Switch as a timed exclusive. Deck builder Pokemon like mixed with all the chill social and simulation elements of Stardew Valley. What? God dang, dude, that sounds amazing. Excuse me. I'm so hungry. You know what sounds really good for breakfast? Like a chicken fried steak, like a massive chicken fried steak with like some white pepper gravy. Some like scrambled eggs on the side. And some nice homemade like biscuits, you know. Yeah, that white pepper gravy. Yeah, true. God dang. God dang, that sounds good, dude. Put that thing on a big old plop that chicken fried steak on a big old thing of some homemade mashed potatoes too, dude. God dang. I'd end up passing out right here playing. Pinky be like, "Oh hey, wake up, wait, bro, wake up." That looked cool. Cozy whodunit. What are we talking about here? On your tail. I haven't had a good chicken fried steak in quite a while, actually. I love chicken. Here's the thing, though. I won't order them at a restaurant. I'll always ask first, like, is this frozen? You know, do you guys just, is this like a frozen thing that you're just frying it, throwing in a basket or whatever? Or do you guys actually make these from scratch? If they make them from scratch, dude, I'll get a flipping chicken fried steak every single time. But if it's not, if it's a frozen piece of chicken fried steak that they're just like throwing in like some oil or whatever, I don't want it. Planet of Lana is also coming to Switch. Here we go. Cool. Pretty short game from what I understand, but it's supposed to be pretty decent too. I guess I'm a chicken fried steak snob. I don't want that frozen crap though, dude. I want that fresh. I want you to bread it up, you know what I'm saying? Bread that bad boy up. Hammer it out. You know what I mean? Tenderize that bad boy. Yeah. True, I'll tell you what, dude, we're gonna be trouble for everybody if we end up actually being able to do what I've been talking about, you know, and have some like nice like anniversary land stuff where we get like some of the community together and like the families and stuff. It's gonna be dangerous with me and you and the kind of foods we like, dude. We have flipping 4-foot long corn dogs. Oh, for real? God dang, dude, I'm so jealous. Yeah, it's gonna be trouble, dude, for real. Bro, I want those 4-foot long breakfast corn dogs, though, you know what I'm saying? That's breakfast sausage wrapped in a pancake. God dang. God, those are so good. I never have them, but they're so good. Yeah. Yeah, Planet Alana. Supposed to be very good. Dude, Outer Wilds. Check it out. Outer Wilds is going to be hitting on December 17th. And the expansion Echoes of the Eye. Cool, man. We know what that is, though. Death Double Blind coming in 2024, huh? Dude, I'm starving right now. Oh my god. And for lunch, dude, my wife made some killer like stir fry the other night. It's like some just like beef and vegetable stir fry with some white rice. God dang, dude, it was so good. That's what I'm gonna have for lunch. I keep telling her sorry that I'm getting fat, you know what I mean? But really, it's her fault. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting so thick, you know what I'm saying? But you don't quit cooking. I just keep getting thicker, you know? Inkle's Highland Song was one of my favorite from GDC this year. Mixing exploration, rhythm, and folklore. A cozy package, huh?
These hills are awash with stories.
Come to the sea by Beltane, he said.
I do, dude.
It. I'm coming. I must be off my trolley.
I love food so flippin' much, though. It's terrible. I'm an addict, dude. I'm a food addict. I used to, when I was younger, I used to think it was a good thing that, like, there wasn't very many foods that I disliked. Now I'm thinking it's more like a curse. It's like almost nothing I won't eat, dude. It's a bad thing.
Come to the lighthouse, Moira.
Just eat everything all the time.
As you can.
It's so bad. Excuse me. That looked cool. Risky Revolution will not be televised. Shantae Advanced Risky Revolution. Yeah. Yeah, food addicts, I know, dude. Yeah. So it was meant to be a sequel to the first Shantae game. We read about this earlier. Launched on the Game Boy Color in 2002, but was canceled before completion. WayForward Games, developers of the Shantae series, always wanted to finish the game, held on to that idea for 22 years until now. Risky Revolution will bring a long-lost game to life with new features, including 4-player battle mode. Interesting. My daughter had a Shantae game. She has a Shantae game. She liked. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's on PC though. I think she has it on Steam. Interesting. An RPG for organization fans. Backpack Hero roguelike where the goal is to arrange your gear to just right to unleash their true potential. Still play Palia? She hasn't been, no. Probably because I haven't been playing it too, though. Probably my fault. I've just been caught up with other stuff. I haven't been playing games with either one of my kids over the past few weeks. Just been busy. I need to, though. Been sick, been busy. We've had a lot going on, man. Yeah, it does. Yeah. We do that every single week. We do make time to do that every week. We do that every single Thursday, yeah. So every Thursday, dude, after stream, that's basically, we have like We usually do some kind of like fun dinner. You know what I mean? It's something fun. Whether it be like tacos or nachos, or it could be pizza, it could be something like that. And we'll have like snacks and stuff too. And then we'll sit down and like play board games together and stuff like that. So occasionally game night could turn into like a bit of a movie night, or it could turn into maybe a video game night together and stuff. But most of the time, it's just like board game night. We don't do like screens very often and stuff. It's more just about like hanging out together. We play like Yahtzee or Clue, or we'll even break out some of the older like younger stuff. Like we'll play like Candyland sometimes, or stuff like that. Chutes and ladders. Yeah. It's fun, dude. It is fun. Our kids enjoy it. And our kids are, they're not super young anymore or anything, but they really enjoy it. They have a good time with it. We have a lot of fun doing it together. We laugh a lot and stuff, and it's just fun. Like, I think it's nice to have that one night a week where that you're all going to sit down together and enjoy each other's company and stuff, because life does get very busy. And like last night, I mean, yesterday was my day off, dude. I was here at my computer all day long. I took my car in the morning, and then I came back and ate breakfast. I was sitting here at my PC all day until bedtime, working, even though I didn't stream, and my kids know that like, this is like what I do. I work, and so if I'm in here at the PC, I'm usually working, but I do try to make time. To like play games with them and stuff on the weekends quite often and everything. So I'll take a little bit of time to try to do that. So it's nice to have that, I think, dedicated day to set aside, that the kids know that we're just going to like spend some time together, have some fun, and enjoy each other's company and stuff. I like it. They like it. It's nice. And I mean, not just the kids, but us as a family unit and everything, because it gives the wife and I time to just be together with the kids and stuff too, which is really nice in my opinion. Yeah, it's tough, dude. It's tough. Yeah, I mean, same here. We're really busy, but we've tried. What we do is, because schedules are always changing and stuff too. So we always try to make sure that no matter what's going on schedule wise, we have a day every single week that is empty in the evenings, so that we can make sure we have that one night a week to do family night. You know what I mean? Because it's important to us. So we try our best to make sure we have that. Something to play tonight. Howl. Turn-based folktale game set in a world ravaged by a sound-based plague. Huh.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
It's hard to do, though, sometimes, for sure.
When the howl came, we were not prepared.
It doesn't always work out either, but we try our best.
It's written that there's one who defies the call. She seeks her lost brother. She's not made for fighting beasts. But she knows their ways. She reads the future. She plans ahead, walking the path of prophets before her.
Sure, did you get to watch any more of the Blue-Eyed Samurai stuff? Time to work your core. Oh, dude, Core Keeper. We know what Core Keeper is. Pinky's been playing the crap out of this here recently, and I've been very familiar with this for a while. I'll link this whole thing, so if you guys want to take a look. But this is the entire showcase down here too. That's it. Core Keeper is supposed to be very good. Nice multiplayer game too, and that's coming to Switch also. That's awesome, dude. So here, I'll link this. There you go, guys. Very, very cool. And I'll bookmark this bad boy in place of the one that I have up. That way we can always keep track of when this is popping off. Cool. Yeah, I'm so close to like going back and watching it again already. Yeah. Good news segment, guys. Always good to be back, man. Again, I had a lot of software updates and stuff for a lot of the stuff that I use for the stream and everything. So if anything seems wonky while we're streaming today, let me know so I can try to make note of it, address it, or whatever. You know, I didn't have much time to test it last night because I was so flipping busy. But I had a bunch of updates that I took care of at the end of the day yesterday. And so if things seem weird, let me know and we'll address it moving forward, okay? But so far, everything I think is looking pretty good. If anybody's been able to come hang out with us today, check out what we do, and you're not familiar, this is the jam, man. We're not done. We're just segueing into our video gaming stuff, gameplay stuff now. But we're live 6 days a week. We're off every Wednesday. But other than that, we're live 6 days a week normally. There's time off coming up next week for the Thanksgiving holiday. So everybody be aware that next Wednesday, which is our normal day off, all the way through next weekend, I will not be live. We've got time set aside to spend for the holiday with family, extended family, and stuff like that. It always feels bad for me to say this, because I love being here and I love doing this. This is what brings me joy in life. I love hanging out with you guys. I love streaming. I love playing video games and enjoying the world of video games with all of you that are part of this community, you know. But just know that family is also very important to me. And so we're going to go ahead and the stream will be down from Wednesday of next week all the way through Sunday, okay? And then the following Monday, we'll probably won't have a news segment because I have an appointment that morning. But we'll be up probably around 8:30 or 9 o'clock that morning to start gaming, okay? But just trying to PSA that I'll be announcing that all the way up until this time next week when I start taking time off, okay? I appreciate you guys understanding. It always feels bad to have to say that we're going to take time off because I do love this so much, and I love being here with you guys. So I appreciate everybody understanding and always being cool about me taking time off, even though I try not to do it very often. When I do, you guys are always really cool about it, and I appreciate it. But for the people that aren't aware, this is the jam. We're usually here 6 days a week. We always start off with video gaming news. So whether you've been able to watch this today live, or maybe if you're seeing it as a VOD later on, 6 days a week, we start off at 6 a.m. CST CDT, roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT. Start off with video gaming news, like we're just finishing up right now. And then we segue our way into playing video games for the rest of the day, like we're about to do with our buddy Pinky, and continuing our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, okay? So we got an amazing community here of great people, man, that are all about, obviously video games is what brings us together, but it's a community of amazing people that are always lifting each other up, being welcoming, inclusive, spreading good vibes, man, and that's what it's all about. So if you fit that mold, man, I would prompt you to come hang out with us when we are live. We're always looking for more good, cool people to be a part of what we do, man. So come check us out when we're live, and come be a part of what this community is about, man. I guess other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. We will be back with more video gaming news tomorrow on November 17th. But I'm going to run us a bit of an outro here. Stream's not going down. It might seem like it, but it's not. It's just an outro for the news segment. And as soon as that outro is done, we'll start getting this gaming going, all right?